Today we're going to talk about something very personal to our Caroline that she's going to share because we had some solutions that helped her. And a few months ago, she was in a pretty dark place. And so, why don't you tell us about that? What you were thinking, what you were feeling, like when we were sitting here
Mm-hmm.
and you started talking about that?
Yeah. Well, it all started with a car accident that I got into. Really bad one, by the way. If I have pictures, we could like insert it.
Oh, cool. What was that, back
Um,
in March, was it?
yeah. It's almost like 6 months. And I didn't think much of it, but literally the day after the accident, I had a lot of pain, like in my neck, in my hip, um, like my back. It was really bad, and I was seeing a chiropractor to just like crack things and get things back in motion. And after a week, I felt like I was fine. I was back to normal. I was taking medicine and putting patches on my back to, like calm the pain. And then after a week, I was like, oh, I'm good. Like, I don't think I really need to keep going to the chiropractor. But I did like notice a shift in like I would say emotions, my attitude, uh, personality. I don't know. It's just angry, irritated. The littlest things that Joshua would say to me, I would go off on him about. And it was just not normal. It wasn't how I was acting, like normally would
She became a
act.
crazy Colombian,
Yeah, I was like,
crazy
who is
Latina.
this girl? And then I started just kind of losing my pathway.
So she
And
was just cranky,
Cranky a lot of the times, but it was kind of understandable at times.
and she would
But
take it out on you.
yeah, she'd take it out on me here and there. But I was, trying to be the good friend and be there for her and let her know that it's all good. But it comes to a point where you get confused because you can't read a person's mind, and I think that's where she was. She was very confused as well, so just caused a lot of issues between just relationship wise with anything and everybody.
So
yeah,
it wasn't just Joshua; it was everybody.
yeah,
You were raging on your people.
literally anybody. Well, not raging, but like you could just tell that I wasn't interested in talking to you or anything like that. Um,
You were
but
kind of antisocial.
yeah, very just on in my own head, I guess. And I was just like, I felt lost. I felt really confused and just angry. And I didn't even want to come to work. Or if I was at work, I wanted to be home. I wanted to be in bed. I just wanted to just stay in my room all day. Um, Even driving, like I felt anxiety sometimes. I wouldn't want to drive to far places or even go down the road that I got in the accident in. It would give me literally PTSD and I hated it. I would literally call him and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going down this road right now. He's like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. But it was just bad. And then, like you said, like I told you that I was just not happy. I didn't want to use the word depressed because that's very like severe, but I was in a funk for sure. And I didn't really know what to do or how to get out of it. I started going to the chiropractor again. And
The
even
chiropractor down here
down here, yeah, that would just do the cracking and stuff. And it would work right
Temporarily.
after. Yeah, like I would feel great. And then later at night or something, or the morning after, I'm just back to irritated.
back to crazy Latina again.
Yeah, yeah, it was not a good time.
And so after that, you brought it because I remember that day you brought it up, and you were like, I'm in a funk and I don't feel like getting out of bed. And then what did I tell you we should do?
So Corey recommended to see Dominic again, and get the network chiropractic care and go to Orlando for like a week. And
Was it a
just
week or 2 weeks? I can't remember. It was like a week and a half, maybe.
a week and a half, I think. But
So we did an intensive where she got worked on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually twice a day. And then did you get some of the Tuesdays and Thursdays as well?
yeah, the only day it was like Monday was only once.
And then she got worked on by Elena with
Hmm.
body connection, the consciousness exercises every day. And then, so what happened? I remember after that week,
Mm-hmm.
you were smiling a lot more. You were happier. You were coming to work again. You were excited.
Getting up early,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't at all. That was another thing. I was sleeping until like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, look, 2 o'clock. Like, not good. And basically, yeah, I would push myself to wake up early because getting the treatment felt great. I felt good right after. I felt like loopy and relaxed and just on ease. And Elena is my favorite part. She just makes me feel like awe, you know. It's like a really good feeling. And I think slowly but surely you notice like my smile was growing brighter, I guess, and more like talkative and wanting to talk. And then we had Dominic come in again down here. That was like how like
Yeah, actually, he was down because he did a podcast. He came down with Kwong and Ashley and the baby Bo, who's gigantic. He was like only 6 months at the time. So we did a weekend when he was down here. Worked on all of us. I don't know, 4 or 5 times I think it was. And then like a week and a half later, we went up there and got worked on for a full week. A lot of times, I think 8 or 9 entrainments throughout the week, plus Elena every day.
yeah, so it was a lot of getting treated. And I personally think that's really what switched things for me. Like, I didn't realize it until today. And then I mentioned it to you. And you're like, yeah, there's a difference. And I'm like, there is a difference. I think I feel different. Like, I don't feel as lost as I was like 2 months ago. Because that was only like, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a pretty long journey for her, but one thing that I told her a lot was like time was a major like key factor of, her recovery and everything. That even though it was really hard in the moment and everything, I told her like as long as she stays patient, as long as she wants to get better, not just in the physical but in the mental as well. Then I told her that like eventually with time like she was gonna become 100% again. Maybe not 100%, but way better than where she was before for sure.
Yeah, because what we were talking about was that after the car accident, typically what happens, a traumatic event like that, especially because you got sideswiped, and so your whole body flew into the door, all the airbags
Then I hit a wall.
deployed, then you hit a wall,
And then I hit her head on.
then you hit her head on.
It was all over.
Catastrophe.
So it was a full smash up derby. I mean, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Little tiny Caroline. If you're gonna get into a car accident, get into a big one where you.
Yeah.
Because I remember she called me right afterwards. We were all sitting at lunch, and she was on her way to meet us. And she called me like right after it happened, and she's like, I got in a really bad accident, and she FaceTimed me, and she's got tears rolling down her face, and all the airbags are down. And she's like, "Can you help me?" It's like, "What do I do?" And it's like she was really far away, and the police and the emergency services could get there, the fire department could get there quicker than I would. But I felt bad. I felt kind of helpless at the time because because I'm also thinking, man, what if the gas tank is ruptured and there's a fire there?
There's
And
smoke all
'cause
over too.
Yeah, she couldn't get the doors open. I'm thinking I don't want to sit here and watch little Caroline burn to death, and while we're all sitting here eating
Having a good
lunch,
meal.
and like I said, but you're like miles and miles away, and but I said call 911 right now, and you did, and they came, they took you to the hospital, got you out of the car, and took you to the hospital.
Yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't want to put me in an ambulance truck, which I was very offended about. Joshua had to come to the rescue and take me.
Yeah.
The ambulance didn't even take you?
No, they didn't want to.
Yeah.
I wanted to go with them because like my hip was literally bruised and everything, and I just didn't feel like. I just wanted them to take me, and they were like, "No, we think you're fine. It's really expensive." And I'm like, I could have like a head trauma right now,
And you would think that like ambulance people, like the drivers and just the people that work in there in general, like they would want to make that money anyway. So for them to say like,
or take the cute girl to the hospital,
or exactly, but
what the hell?
Yeah. No, but it was very
A damsel in distress.
Yeah. But they were like, yeah, like by the time we get there, like it's gonna take forever. And I was like,
Their shift was probably getting ready to end.
I
They
don't
probably
know
bothered.
what
Something
was
doesn't
going on.
sound right here.
Yeah.
They just saw her and she didn't look as bad as the car. So I guess they just figured like, oh, she's okay, take her to the hospital after and everything. But I didn't agree with it at all, and I did not like how they handled it. It was pretty tough. But since everything is just so hectic in the moment, like you're not really like thinking about anything. You know, you're just thinking about just like trying to get out of that situation, out of the road, really, the highway.
Yeah, so what happens, your body, slams into the side of the car, and then your body gets locked into that trauma. And so when you get stuck in that, it's like your body thinks you're still in the middle of the car accident. I said that's why you need to get worked on by Dominic, so you can get back to that peaceful and relaxed state. And because your neck was real jacked up and tight when he started working on you, your hips were kind of cranked.
Mm-hmm.
And because when you go to a normal chiropractor, they manipulate the bone and pop it into place, but because the muscle tension is still there, it pops it back out of place shortly thereafter, and that's why you got to keep going back.
Mm-hmm.
But like what Dominic does at BeSimplyWell.com is that he makes the light contacts on your neck, and that tells your brain and your nervous system to release the tension and cause the muscles to relax instead of to be constantly firing in that tight position. And as it loosens up, you feel more in a peaceful and relaxed state, because Caroline literally didn't feel safe in her body. And so she feels like, unprotected. So anytime she gets in a car or drives anywhere, she still feels like she's just been in a car accident. And that's why she wanted to stay home where it's safe, because she's locked in the physiology of, I just got into a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you loosened up and you got out of that, you felt safe in your body again.
Ready to go out. Not 100%. I'm still a homebody, but in a healthy way.
And you're doing the green juice again?
Yeah, and I'm juicing now, so. And doing yoga as well, which is really good for the mind and body.
Yeah, it'll help keep you loosened up.
Mm-hmm.
Because people that do a lot of yoga, they respond really well to network care and the consciousness exercise. Like, because you had a good experience with Elaine as well.
I had a great experience. I was very emotional. I had a breakthrough. It was very empowering, and I recommend it for everyone. At least try it once.
And she did, what, about 45 minutes with you, I think?
It was long, yeah. I'm really excited for the next one.
We'll have her back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate to how you felt about the car accident. And
Well, you just wrecked yours
Yeah,
a few
she
weeks
just
ago.
got into it.
I mean, yes.
People are like, women can't drive, Corey.
Listen, this was the first time I actually
You know,
got...
guys pay more
Yeah, your insurance is way
insurance
higher
because
than
you guys
mine.
don't know how to drive.
And you've been in how much?
I've been driving for
2
16
car accidents in
years.
the last 6 years?
This is the first time I actually got into a real car accident, and I feel like everything that you are describing, and the anxiety, all of it, turning down the road. I haven't turned down that road yet, so I get it. Feeling like I want to be home sometimes and not want to leave my room. It all makes sense, because you want to feel like the safety of something, because you were just in a traumatic experience that made you feel very unsafe.
And you were stuck in the physiology of being unsafe.
Right. But when you start to move that and remove it from your mind and your body, and you clear that out of you, I think that's what completely will just make you feel like you again, and seeing you smile and happy and like yourself again is really like the main goal. So whatever you need to continue to do, whatever's working for you, the juicing, the chiropractic work that Dominic is doing for you, the work with Elena, the yoga with me, I think that you're on the right path, because trauma is there, and sometimes it will find its way to stay, like in the hips,
Yeah.
or in the shoulders, in the neck, in your back. So, I mean, I'm proud of you. Keep doing it.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm glad you didn't have to experience what I experienced.
It was pretty traumatic.
Crazy female drivers in the road. You got to watch out.
Wow. I think she should go see Dominic as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely struggling a little bit with what happened, but that's along with a few other things that are personal to me, and I'll get through it. I'm strong,
If I did it, you could, so.
and I have you to help me.
Yes.
So yeah, we're in this together, but I feel it. So I understand and I empathize and I sympathize with your situation. So you're not alone, and it's completely normal what you went through. But I'm happy to hear that you're feeling like you again, because it really breaks my heart to hear that.
Aw.